So Atika, how has the political landscape of Singapore affected your business?
Freedom of speech has been liberated and everyone has opened up about their opinions and are looking for outlets to communicate these opinions. Our product can help to connect our consumers to the right people and to the new media or search for editors of a magazine. Also, we can have the camera with you all the time so you can capture your own news.
Singapore is the third ranking in the world now for the highest cost of living, and the rising economy has resulted in a higher demand for high-tech products as technology is psychologically associated with progress. What is your take on that?
Many students actually are seeking more courses in the technological field. This is both good and bad for us because it means that we have more young talents to approach, but also the same also applies for competitors out there.
To stay competitive, a lot of the individuals, especially those in the blooming workforce, are more willing to explore and venture into new and foreign technology a lot faster than, say, 10 years ago.
Now that you have mentioned of the blooming workforce, but Singapore has had an aging population for almost a decade now.
Yes, for the senior citizens today, they were born in a time where the technology of even the internet wasn't around. So a lot of them are still very reluctant to warm up to technology, and they get very frustrated with their technological inadequacies and they just simply give up. They refuse to try new products. So our concern is that statistically they're showing that 35% of our 6 million population today are made up of senior citizens, and our concern is that we are not addressing that very large market share of the population.
The demographic of Singapore has changed a lot to include more foreigners for both blue and white collar work. The income gap has grown to be widest in the world in year 2018 after 5 years of trailing closely behind Hong Kong.
Can you tell us more about the price of technology now?
The price of technology has dipped over the past decade. So we are now able to bring a lot more sophisticated technology at a much lower price to accommodate to Singapore's large market of blue-collar foreign workers.
WebTech is currently leading the industry's frontier with our line of products. The PlayStick will work with our own servers in cloud computing, so it brings your information mobile anywhere you want. It also adapts intelligently with POS systems so that it can allow you to do cashless payments, and the projectile device will actually free you of handheld devices. There have been more stringent laws on infringing on intellectual property rights. How has that affected your business?
Okay, every tech company has to be very careful and conduct sufficient research about patents and IP rights. Sometimes when products have been fully developed and launched, they actually discover that it has infringed on another company's rights.
A movement that is greatly supported by WebTech is the laws against cyberbullying. Cyberbullying can be very traumatic because of the sheer number and size, and because of today's connectivity, anyone can be easily targeted, and cyberbullying can be a lot more traumatic than physical bullying because of the sheer number and size, and with today's connectivity, anybody can be found and targeted. WebTech works very hard to prevent cyberbullying by disconnecting a person from the network, and for extreme and persistent cases, we will refer them to a cyber marshal who will decide on the disciplinary action. So this can be in the form of a fine, or it can be in a form of banishment from any network, or they can even get a jail sentence if their harassment has caused distress, harm, or even death to somebody else. Eco-friendliness has been a trend for corporate companies. How is WebTech dealing with that?
Our company strives to use technology to sustain Earth's precious resources. Most of our products use natural resources such as sunlight, heat to power up and charge. We hope to develop this technology for much larger uses for vehicles and even buildings. Our company also strives towards equipping society with enough resources to go completely paperless.